Hey guys, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another video for you, and today we're going to be taking a look at Corsair's current entry-level mouse, which is quite an amazing thing really, to think that a mouse this good is their basic one. But I do apologise. This is the Vengeance M60, obviously M standing for mouse, and the 60 just denotes that it's the lower end one, because there's the M and K60s, and then there's the M and K90s. Basically, this video today is just like an extra look at the mouse and everything on video to go alongside VB's main review on the Overclock 3D website, which you can click the link underneath the video to go and look at all the pictures, the software, and his written thoughts on it. And this video is, like I said, it's just a subsidiary to that. But basically, just a quick look at the packaging. It's the normal kind of blister packaging, but basically, one of the things I did want to say is normally you'd have to get scissors out and like rip the packaging apart. But this has actually got a bit up in the top right-hand corner that you can pull out. And I know it may sound like a really simple thing to you guys, but when you've opened as many of these things that I have, to make something that easy is lovely. So we'll pop it out. I'll throw the packaging over the other side, and we've got that there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the mouse from the rest of the box. And it looks like I'm going to have to decimate the box to be able to get it all out, but never mind. There we go. Okay, in the box we have warranty guide, quick start guide. There's no CD or anything. The software that you need for it you did download off of the Corsair website. Right, so our first look at the mouse. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the camera in nice and close so that we can have a good look at this together. Right, and what I'm going to do is I'll give you some of the rough details on it. It's the sensor in it is 5700 DPI, and it's an Avago Technologies ADNS N9500 laser stream gaming sensor. It's adjustable DPI in 100 DPI increments. 1000 Hertz, 500 Hertz, 250 Hertz, 125 Hertz, 1 millisecond, 2 millisecond, 4 millisecond, 8 millisecond selectable response time. Tracking is up to 165 inches a second. Adjustable lift distance, so you can select it to do different things depending on the gaming style. Surface quality detection, 8 individually programmable buttons. Side mounted sniper button provides user selectable DPI change when pressed for enhanced precision targeting. This is definitely a mouse for all you FPS gamers, isn't it? Aluminium metal frame for base and improved rigidity and mass distribution. Solid metal weighted scroll wheel. Ultra low friction PTFE pads for smooth and accurate gliding. The USB connector's got gold plated contacts, and it's a 1.8 meter lightweight non-tangle cable. So 1.8 meter cable on it. While we're talking about cables, actually, the braid on it is actually went too close. The braid on it is cloth. See if we can get you to see it. And it's a really soft cloth as well. It does feel really, really nice. It's got a really nice quality feel to it. It's not a USB 3 mouse, it's just that the end's blue. Obviously we don't need USB 3 for a mouse, but you got a nice blue end. It's also a nice thick rubberized end as well. Gives you something good to grab on if you're taking it in and out of your rig. Just feels real quality. Now let's have a look at the mouse itself. I'm going to go out a little bit more. There we go. Right, you've got the scroll wheel here. Obviously the left and right mouse buttons. You've got buttons on the top. There's one there and there's one there. Backwards and forward button on the side. That's your what did they call it? Do. Do you know what? I'm looking at the thing now. Sniper button, that was it. The sniper button on the side. But one thing I do like is on the bottom, you can see that it's all metal. These pads are PTFE. These sections here you can actually unscrew and put different weights in. I didn't actually see the weights in the box, but I'm going to rip it apart now to see if they were in there. I'm assuming that the weights are already in the mouse, and you can remove them and, you know, change them and replace them to set the weight that you want yourself. But the fact that it's all metal just looks so nice. I know you're not really going to see much of it. Now, putting it in my hand, I have to admit the back button feels slightly further back than I'm used to, but I can hit it with that part of my thumb. The sniper button does fall just into hand. I think the idea with the sniper button is when you're, do you know what I mean, you're gaming and you're looking around, you can have it like that, do you know what I mean, and not press it. But when you hit it, it just turns the DPI of the mouse up so that you can get really, really precise aiming and targeting for all those headshot freaks out there. The scroll wheel, some scroll wheels you have a left and a right as well. This one doesn't feel like it's got a left and a right, it's just a normal backwards and forwards, but you can see that it's all metal and it does actually look really, really nice. I can't get over that, to be perfectly honest with you, that it's got an all metal frame, and I honestly really like this, or the look of it anyway. Yeah, like I said, it does fit in your hand nice. You've got a nice curved section here, and I'm finding quite naturally that my fingers are falling off the side, and it does feel quite comfortable in my hand. It does feel like quite a thin mouse. You know, sometimes you get quite a dumpy or a real fat wide mouse. But sometimes with mice, when you put them in your hand, they just feel that things are in the wrong place and they just don't feel right. This actually feels quite comfortable. I think after a day or two of gaming on it, you would completely adapt to it and forget, you know, how you'd been using your old mouse. The aesthetics of it, for me personally, are really, really pleasing. I really, really like it. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to break off quickly, and I'm going to show you the software of the mouse, the macros, how you can assign the buttons, everything like that. And then we'll come back to the conclusion at the end. Right then guys, quick look at the software. One thing I will say before I do it is now we've got it in the rig, you can see that there are lights just inside which light up, but nowhere else, none underneath, no backlights or anything like that, just a few subtle ones. Anyway, the software actually links itself in with the keyboard as well. So if you have a Corsair mouse and a Corsair keyboard, you can control both with the same software, which is a really nice touch. But basically you can set, as you can see down in this bottom left hand corner, you can actually set all the buttons and set them for macros or whatever you want. So it's pretty open really. So for argument's sake, you could click the scroll wheel down and have that as a macro setting for, I don't know, for whatever games that you want. You can set the sniper button up to change the precision of the mouse. It's pretty much infinite. You can even go as far as to turning the lights off altogether. I know you can't assign what lights you want on and off, because there's not really enough of them, but you can also change the performance as well. You can change the DPI up and down, surface quality tests, lift heights, the report rate settings. There's set the sniper button DPI up. It's actually, for what we'll call a basic mouse, there's a lot of stuff in there that you can get in there and change. Now, I don't profess to be the best FPS player in the world. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm far from it. I'm not even that good at all. But for those of you that are really into FPS games, you will understand how the software of this mouse can really help you. And as you can see, I'm basically, if you have a look here, I'm actually changing the DPI of the mouse on the mouse itself by clicking the button, and you can see it's going up and down as we go along. I would set it to 1,000 normally, and that was how I would have it, and that's kind of comfortable for the way I use my desktop and everything. Once you've saved everything, you can set up profiles, and you can have a range of profiles in there, so you can actually set one of the mouse buttons to actually change a profile, so you can have a profile for each game that you play. It's pretty infinite, really. It is a really good bit of kit, and the fact that you can actually set everything up along with your keyboard as well, I think is an absolute masterstroke. It really does go to show that they've put some thought into this for all of you hardcore gamers out there. But I'm going to break off now, and it's time for us to do the conclusion. Right then guys, back for a quick conclusion. Like I said, you can go and read Brian's full conclusion on the OC3D website. The link is underneath the video in the description. Have to admit though, I agree with him. I'm not a first person shooter, so I asked Mr. Strawberry about what he thought about the sniper thing, and he said initially he really likes the idea, but it would take him a little while to adapt to it, but he thinks it's a wicked idea. Like I said, I'm not a gamer. I could use this as a normal mouse, to be perfectly honest with you. They're coming in around the 50 quid mark, which is the same price that, do you know what I mean, like the Cooler Master Storm Sentinels are and stuff like that. But I really like the aesthetics on this, because it's really funky, the fact that you've got that the metal frame, you can adjust the weights and everything, kind of just, it does look really slick. Just oozes quality, to be perfectly honest with you. And I do personally really like this. I'm probably going to end up using this on the bench rig from now on, to be perfect, because yeah, it does just feel nice. It works. It feels great. I mean, I'm sliding it around on just a bare desk here and it feels nice, but I prefer cloth pads. So when I was using it on a cloth pad, and it was amazing. I also normally have the DPI turned right down to about 1,000. I generally use it on, and that's how I like it on like a normal desktop and stuff. And it just felt great using it with Photoshop, Fireworks, video editing software, stuff like that. It also just felt really nice. I honestly can say I've not really had any problems with it at all. I could honestly see myself using this on my like my main rig, but what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to use this on the bench rig for a little while now and see how we get on with it. But Brian gave it a gold award. I think 50 quid is about the right sort of money if you're really into your games, or you're really into your you know, like using your computer a lot and stuff like that. I think £50 is a good investment for a mouse, because it's not something that you're going to be upgrading in 6 to 12 months. A lot of people end up using their mouse for, do you know what I mean, over a year. My current one I've been using for almost 3 years now. So £50, when you consider how much you're going to use it, really isn't that bad a price. Which is one of the reasons why you really should look about and, you know, see which one you want before you spend the money. Because if you buy the right one, you're not going to have to buy another one. But a thoroughly deserving gold award, and to be perfectly honest with you, I really like it. And it's the frame that I like the most. I know it's not something that you're going to see because it's going to be underneath your hand a lot, but it just, everything works. So yes, Corsair M60. OC3D Gold Award winner. Not exactly a bargain at 50 quid, but definitely worth 50 quid. Don't forget to read the full review underneath, and we will be back with more videos for you very soon. How many of you waited around then to see whether I was going to say Tiny Tom Logan out?